Today's the 9th of September and I thought I'd pick the camera up and do a day in the life of running my agency, which I've now been running for just over 4 months full time. If you're new around here, I've been documenting running my agency and actually building it from the very start of this year. So if you want to go and have a look at my other videos, my older videos, then feel free to do so. I've just got into the office, it's 5 to 9. And to be honest with you, it's a little bit of a later start. I usually start at 8, and anything before that, like a walk and a breakfast or a run, for example, like I did today, I actually get done before 8 o'clock, and then I get in the office and start. Today was a little bit different. I was actually working on something, a project of mine, late last night, and it's all finished and it's all live right now. So if you want to go and have a look at the 7 steps I took to get to 5k per month recurring revenue with my agency, I've got a free document for you in the first line of the description, so go and check that out if you want to. On the agenda today, we have a very busy day. I need to finish off a landing page for the paid campaign that I'm starting this week. I've got someone actually wanting to start with us today. They messaged me late last night. We had a little bit more of a conversation, and this is someone that I've already had a call with before, last week or the week before actually, and they said that they've made their mind up, they want to go ahead. So we're probably going to jump on a call today. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some radio on and I'm going to crack on with looking over some campaigns for the clients, see how they're performing, see what's going on in high level, any notes, anything like that from clients. And then I've got the 2 clients that I want to catch up with today to make sure that everything is running smoothly from their side.
Impacts your sales process and your sales conversion on these leads.
Smart. You're a smart guy, man.
Yeah, well, I've done it myself with the kitchen games too, as well, for my dad's company. And you know, when you've got a client waiting on a kitchen design for 2-3 weeks, they just change their mind and go with someone else. Yeah. No, that makes sense. That's a lot better for the leads as well.
But anyways, yeah, thank you for bringing that up. That's another reason why I want to go with you, because you've actually been in a trade, so you understand from a trade perspective, not just from a marketing perspective.
Exactly. Yeah. There's a whole sales process to it on the back end, rather than just, you know, getting your contact information of someone.
That's right. All right, cool. Yeah, that works for me. So I don't have a problem. That works for me. So are you gonna send a contract? Are you gonna send me a contract?
Yeah.
Let me know what you need from me in terms of send me the contract. Let me know what you need from me fully, and then we'll sort it.
So there you have it, another client signed. Hopefully I'll show you a few clips of the conversation that I've just had with the business owner. I've just had some breakfast straight after that call because I was absolutely starving. It currently is 11:05. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off the creative that I've been working on this morning for another client, and then I'm going to set up the contract and take payment from the client, set up an onboarding call with him for tomorrow morning, get access to his ad account, get him to upload some creatives for us, and then start onboarding and actually building out the go high level as well as the creatives, and just continue the process that we usually do with. I've just also spoken to another client that I've been chasing up for a little bit over the past 3 weeks, here and there, just nudging him because he wanted to go ahead and he still 100% wants to go ahead. He's just struggling with time at the moment. This is an e-com client, so it's slightly different ball game to the lead generation that I do, but I do work with e-com clients also. It's just something that I'm doing, trying to build up the portfolio, so I'm not charging thousands and thousands like most e-com agencies do. I know the potential's there, so hopefully in the future. So yeah, hopefully this client joins. He is interested and he does want to go ahead and actually start. So I'm going to try and set up another meeting with him, get ad account access and take payment, and then we can crack on with that too. So there we have it. That's all ready and going to publish it right now, and then we're going to crack on with the remainder of the power list. It is currently about 12:20. I've just finished up some automations, as you can probably see here, for a client, and what I'm going to do now is go for a quick walk outside because I've not been since today's morning run. So I want to get outside, get some steps in, and then come back, have some food, and then head off to a coffee shop to get some deep work in. Quick walk done, as you can hear. Microwave ready for the food. Scram this, just grab a bit of salad on the side of it and then shoot off to the coffee shop. Okay, so I'm back home now, and I thought I would actually reflect a little bit on this morning's call and signing another client, because I feel like it came across as I wasn't excited, or there was no sort of fuel or anything. It was like, oh well, another client, right? Now, don't get me wrong, it's super excited. I'm always sort of fired up every single time I sign a client and someone says yes, and it's a very good feeling. But there's a but, yes. Until I get the payment and the contract signed, I don't get my hopes up anymore. I've been there before where I've honestly signed about 5 clients and signed with brackets because unfortunately, people say yes and then they fail to commit. And that's one of those things where I learned early on that I had conversations with business owners. I shown them the whole system. Some of them ran off with the whole system, done it for themselves, which is fair enough, right? It's business is business, and if someone gives you information on how to do things, you're capable of doing it yourself, then why not do it yourself, okay? But I just wanted to highlight that, you know, when somebody says to you, yes, I want to go ahead and I want to work with you, that doesn't necessarily mean that you will end up actually working together. Now with this person, it was literally just a phone call. He said he wants to go ahead after last week's conversation, which is completely fine. Exciting, and obviously he messaged me late last night. We set this call up this morning, literally just a phone call, and he says, okay, let's send me the contract, let's do it, right? Brilliant. Usually what I would do is I'd actually take him on a demo call, but this guy already said he knows everything, he's worked with agencies before, they've used Go High Level and all this other stuff, so he said, let's not waste any more time, let's just jump straight into the deep end. And he said, just send me the contract, it's pointless doing the demo, just let's do the work and let's actually work together, which is completely fine, right? The usual process would be jump on a sales call, usually a phone call, 15-minute conversation where we actually try and get a better understanding of the prospect on the other side of the phone. We try and understand what the goals are, what the pain points are, whether we can actually help. If I feel like we can, I propose a demo call where we actually go through the whole system. And on that call, at the back end of that, if they say yes, that's when I onboard the client. I actually take the payment there and then. I thought I'd just put you up on a tripod. Essentially, what I meant is, if we go into a demo call and we actually go through the whole process and stuff, my intention isn't there to sell to this person. I know it doesn't really make sense because obviously I'm trying to run a business and I'm trying to sell to somebody, but what I'm trying to present my solution as is the thing that is going to take them away from the pain, right? And they need to come to that on their own through the conversation that I have and through the system that I have. So what I'm just trying to essentially do is, instead of going into sales, I'm just trying to be as helpful as possible, present the solution that I actually have that I know will help them, get them to understand that, get them to agree on the fact that this process and this whole system will work and they can see how it works, and then go for the close. And that works so much better than, okay, here's what we do, X, Y, Z, Go High Level, CRM, blah, 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 blah. Do you want to buy? Nobody's going to know, like, nobody likes to be sold to. And when a prospect feels like they're being sold to, that's when they start saying, whoa, okay, let me take a step back. And that's when you start having objections from the prospect. What about the price? Well, I need to speak to my missus. Well, this X, Y, and Z. And it's when you sort of handle the objections before they even come, by presenting the solution, by answering anything that they'll ever sort of ask, the sale and the demo is just so much easier, so much smoother. And that's why when I know that a prospect is ready from the conversation on the phone initially, when I know that they're ready and we move over to a demo call, I know very well that they're going to close because they understand it. They just want to get cracking on with it. But like I'm saying, right, I'm still not excited in terms of, oh, we signed a client and blah, blah, blah. Just because he said, yes, send me the contract, doesn't mean he's going to follow through. And I think it's just a very naive way of thinking when somebody says to you, yes, let's go ahead, and then on the back end of that, you know, you don't follow through with anything. Before I finish off, I was working on something very exciting in Starbucks for about an hour. So I took a few calls with some clients, talked about a few things. We're actually expanding into the American market with one of our clients, which is fucking exciting. But that's all I can say. But I also sort of slotted in an hour of my personal brand work, which I'm very excited about because I'm releasing a lead generation blueprint full of literally years of knowledge, everything that I sort of know about lead generation, what to do or how to set them up, what to do when they're not performing, add creative structures, add creative examples, the do's and don'ts, good examples, bad examples, the same for ad copy, and then again the same for landing pages. And on top of that, you actually get 15 creatives that are static creatives, Canva editable templates that you can get in, drag and drop, change a few things, run them, and you're going to get leads. And that's what you're going to get in the lead generation blueprint. Hopefully it's going to be of use. But I just thought a document that is literally the blueprint, step-by-step guide on how to set up the campaigns, what to do with creatives, what to do with ad copy, what to do with the landing pages, and what to do with the forms and all sorts of stuff. Everything, every moving part in an actual lead campaign, you can actually get to understand on a deeper level and really nail the service delivery, whether it's for yourself, whether it's for your clients. You'll be able to nail service delivery, which is exactly what the point of the blueprint is. I've just finished this. This is the entire system that we have. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to get rid of this, which is some motivational quote that I usually have on this whiteboard. But you probably already know the gist as it is. Facebook adverts into a high converting landing page, into the Leads app, AI, all the fancy stuff, email, SMS, phone call nurturing, and of course, straight into calendar booking for the clients. So that's the entire system. Essentially what I've done is I've laid it all out because this is going to be one of the angles for the ad creative that I'm making, which hopefully is going to be actually made tomorrow because things have changed with one of the clients who had to jump on an hour call, which I've literally finished about 20 minutes ago. So yeah, that graphic is done for tomorrow's ad creative. As I said, I was going to record it today because it was on the to-do list, but unfortunately things happened where I had to jump on this call with the client because he was onboarding a staff member onto high level and basically wanted me to go over everything with the new staff member, which is going to be basically a sales rep for them. So that's exactly what I had to do, which of course took out a lot of time out of the day. So right now I'm going to eat some food and then hopefully we're going to get outside, get some more steps in. It looks like it's about to rain. Unfortunately, it is what it is. If it does start raining, I'll probably just hit the tripod. If it does start raining, I'll probably just hit the treadmill upstairs in the office and then I'll just probably bash out some more work. But we do have one more thing on the to-do list today, or the power list, which is some automations that I need to set up for email campaigns that I've got going out all the time. They're constantly rolling, booking me meetings basically on autopilot. So I need to add a few more things to that and try and have a look at over the numbers and stuff, as well as scrape more leads for that and put them into the system so we can constantly get sales appointments. Here we are, guys. Here's the food. To be honest with you, it might as well just end up in there by the looks of things, but it is what it is. 50 grams of tuna, rice, and some ketchup to mix everything together. Usually a bit of mayo with it, but in all honesty, I've run out, so I've just put some ketchup. If you're going to take anything away from this video, please let it be the information that I talk about in regards to the agency rather than the cooking that I'm doing right now. Unfortunately, it's the way it is, right? It's a very quick meal. It's got loads of protein, nice carbs, and it's very, very filling, which is exactly what I need right now when I'm on a cut. So here we are, last bit of work. This is the system or the platform that I use for email automation. This sends out roughly about 150 to 250 emails every single day to prospects, leads, following up with them and so on, trying to get me as many appointments as possible on autopilot across multiple different industries. So that's all I've got to do now is log into this and take a look over the campaign that I'm currently running. So the plan is to basically jump in, scrape as many leads as possible using this software. Not this software, I have a different software to actually scrape the leads. And as well as that, tweak a little bit of the copy of the actual campaign itself to try and improve the performance of it. I usually have one-to-one calls at this time, roughly about 7 till 8 slot or 6 to 7 slot. Today we didn't have any, so I've basically just been fixing things that are performing not as well as they should be, essentially. But yeah, this will probably take me about an hour and a half. And then I'll just finish off the day by literally writing out the next 5 tasks for tomorrow on the power list and have a shower and go to sleep. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. I know it's very raw and unedited, and I do apologize for that. There's no crazy cuts or crazy angles or anything like that. I really am trying just to run a business, at the same time try and share as much as possible through content. But of course, it's very time consuming. If you've never created content yourself, you probably won't know, but if you have, you'll know very well that it's time consuming, and editing and actually getting angles and getting good ideas for content and stuff, it does take up a lot of your time, which I don't want it to be a distraction, but I do want to share as much as possible without gatekeeping or anything like that. And hopefully this video was a little bit of a glimpse to running an agency and really showing you my day-to-day of what it actually looks like. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and this style of actual content. I'd never really make these, so I do apologize, it's probably rusty, but I just thought I'd pick up the camera, talk into it, and show you my day-to-day activities of actually running an agency.